cosplay means new challenge, and I accept. Hi, hello, and welcome to the Fluffy Tail household, where there's nothing but good fuzzy vibes here. So today, I'm going to be starting on a new cosplay, one that I've been wanting to start on for a while, and it is Kinger from Amazing Digital Circus. So this cosplay might be a little bit different because I am making it a challenge. The rules to this challenge, I'm just going to use whatever I have. I am not going to buy anything whatsoever. What I have is what I have, and I'm just going to throw a cosplay together. I am making a more human-y version of Kinger, not so much like his little chess piece version. That's where we're gonna get started. And also comment about the lighting in this video. I'm trying out new lighting, so please help me out in that department. But anyway, today we're just gonna focus on the headpiece, which will be the wig, the crown, and I think I might throw the gloves in there. We'll see. But for right now, let's start with the wig. So first off, here's the so-called wig. This table kind of has an amalgamation of things I am going to use for this project, or things that I think would be helpful for this project. We're gonna see what works, we're gonna see what doesn't, but this is kind of the collection I have. This is what I'm gonna use. Like I said, this is a challenge. I'm not buying anything. So, wig, you're coming with me. So for Kinger's crown, I was thinking about just doing this top half, like making the shape of this part, and then I think I have something that could work for this part, and then making the cross. So I'm gonna give that a test try and see what happens. I'm gonna try some patterning off camera first, see what I come up with, at least for the main piece, because everything else is gonna sit on top of the main piece. So we'll see from there. And I have some buckram that I'm gonna use for this, and then some felt is gonna go over the buckram. So I'm gonna give that a shot. All right. I can't see very well because all these bangs are in my face. I didn't cut the wig yet. I decided to build the crown around the wig. That way it fits. So I think this is pretty good. This is just out of paper. It's not really pinned to the wig or anything. But shape-wise, it's pretty much his shape. And I know once I make it out of buckram and start putting all the pieces on it, it'll look better. Right now it just looks really flat because it's out of paper. But I think I'm gonna start with this. So I'm gonna cut it out of the buckram, see what I can get. I think I'm gonna just sew this portion together out of the buckram, and we'll go from there. I don't know how noticeable it is on camera, but right now I'm just sewing the circle part to this part. I did cut it out a little bit bigger just in case there was extra, but if I have to cut into the buckram and fit it around the circle part, like towards the end, that's totally fine. This part is gonna be all covered, so right now it just looks kind of like a wonky, like little boat looking thing. But I'm gonna continue with sewing this. this is what I'm going to go with. I do not want to go with the wig. It was giving very much Lord Farquaad vibes. I mean, this still kind of looks like Lord Farquaad, but I think if I style my hair correctly, like either have the sides down like this or have them tucked behind my ear, I can still get that male look. But I'm just gonna use my hair for this one. I don't want to use that wig. I was thinking about it and I was like, no. I mean, I'm still gonna do the facial hair out of like makeup and everything. So if I can execute that well and like do the at least makeup well, I feel like my hair can work. Right now, it's looking pretty good. Like I said, still Lord Farquaad-esque. But I think once I cover it and do the top and the cross, it won't look as Lord Farquaad-esque. Also, I am going to do a crown, like a gold crown going across it. So it's not all just like one flat piece. But anyway, that's kind of the vision I'm having for this. I'm gonna keep going with it, gonna keep building with the buckram, and then I will get back to you guys. Okay, now it's starting to look a little like something. So I didn't film this part, but all I did was cut out the cover part and I stuffed the buckram into this part. So now it's got its cover on it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this gold, I'm gonna make a crown shape to wrap around. I'm gonna, I think, hot glue this, and then I'm gonna hot glue fur on the edge to make the official crown piece before I start making the top pieces. It would just be easier to work with it like this since it's kind of flat. But I'm gonna mess around with this and see what crown shape I can come up with. I'm thinking just something simple. I might decorate this, might not, just leave it gold and have the crown shape on it. I don't know. Because I am going to decorate other things with this gold. I don't know if I'm going to put trim. I'm just going to kind of play around with it. I will get back to you guys when I start doing the whole process. Okay, I'm gonna start on the second tier. So I think I'm gonna use this candle lid. And I'm gonna center it in the middle. I'm gonna cover it with fabric, and then on top of the candle lid, I'll do the cross. I think it'll work out best that way, and plus I can still sew through this layer. So once I cover this part in fabric, I can sew it onto this part. And I think that's gonna work out good. So I'm just gonna do the same thing I did, which is make a circle and sew it the same way I did this one, and then attach it. The only thing new I'm gonna do is I'm going to add some bias tape, some cord piping, and I'm gonna put this around the piping, and I'm gonna have it sticking out just a little bit on this rim piece. I'll show you when I put it all together. It's a little hard to explain, but let me get it all cut out and at least pinned, and then I'll show you what I mean. All right, you guys, I hope this gives better context. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna place it, and then I'm just gonna kinda sew the bottom of it down. So then I have my top tier. And then on top of this tier will go the cross. So I'm just gonna do a simple loop stitch, nothing too extravagant. I'm gonna find the best place for this placement, and yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know if I'm gonna show it just because it's not really interesting, it's just me looping it, so, but I will show the other process of making the cross part. Okay, I cut out 2 cross pieces and a strip of the wood texture piece, and I'm just gonna kind of sew around because this is gonna be the middle, and then I'm gonna sew this on the other side. I'll leave the bottom open so I can like stuff it, and then I will put it on the top of the hat. Alright, you guys, take 2. That was not good. I didn't like the way it was looking. It was looking really bunchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it all in felt, and then the outline, I think I'm just going to glue this fabric to it, and I'm going to go from there. So let's start sewing again. must say, it is very Kinger now. It feels awesome. I'm really liking it. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do yet to finish it off because it fits, but I feel like if I wiggle my head, it's gonna start falling off. So I feel like I should put a band in it or something, or clips, so if I clip it to my hair or my wig, it won't fall off. That's something I'll do off camera. But I am gonna do a makeup test for this just to finish off the video. Since I'm not doing a wig, I thought, well, why not just do makeup? Okay, what do we think? Tell me your guys' honest opinion. I haven't done a male makeup look in years and I have really bad baby face. So again, this was just a test run. It may change in the future. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this part and join me for the second part of Kinger. It's coming soon and I'll see you guys later. Bye!